Good morning. It is time for our Wonders Unit 2, Week 1. Today is day 4. Today we will reread the anchor text Vote. You're going to be taking notes about the text, and then you're going to be responding to the text by doing some of your workbook pages. Our key concept about this unit is government, and our essential question this week is, how do people make government work? All right, so now I'm going to pull up and we're going to look at vote together. All right.
Genre, expository text. Essential question. How do people make government work? Read about how a town chooses a new mayor. Vote.
Vote by Eileen Cristello.
Suppose your town is about to choose a new mayor. How will you do it? You'll vote. Voting is a way to choose. You can vote for favorite books, movie stars, candy bars, or even puppies. I'm Chris Smith, candidate for mayor. I hope you'll vote for me. When I was a puppy at the dog pound, the Smiths came along. Looking for a puppy? They couldn't decide between me and a poodle, so they voted. I vote for the mutt. No, the poodle. Vote for the poodle, Angela. Mutt. If someone wants to be elected mayor, she needs to convince as many people as possible to vote for her. So if Chris gets the most votes, she'll be mayor. What does the mayor do? The mayor is the leader of the city. Let's go help Chris find some votes. You have my vote. I'm going to vote for Brown. Grrr, growl. You can't vote for Brown. Sparky, stop that. This country is a democracy. That means people have a right to vote for whoever they want. Stop and check. Reread. What is Chris Smith going to do? Reread to find the answer. Many people just don't vote. Why not? Maybe they think their vote is like a little drop of water in an enormous ocean. Their vote is only one out of many, many votes. But sometimes the winner of an election is decided by just a few votes. Vote for Chris Smith. Vote for Bill Brown. If people don't vote, they're letting everyone else decide for them. Well, I wish I could vote, but kids can't vote until they're 18. Who decided who could vote? When this country began, the Founding Fathers wrote a constitution. It said how we would govern ourselves. It said people should vote, but it didn't say who could vote. That was left to each state to decide, and that was a problem. Angry people protested. They wrote letters, they held rallies and made speeches. They marched, were arrested, and went on hunger strikes. Some were killed trying to claim their right to vote. But it took many years, 4 amendments to the Constitution, and several new laws before all citizens, 18 years or older, were allowed to vote. It took almost 80 years for Black men to win the right to vote. It was 130 years before all women could vote. If you want to vote, you need to register. Where? At your town office. Or you can download a registration form from the internet. Or you might even find a booth set up at a shopping mall or at a political rally. Do you want to join a political party? You've probably heard of the Democrats and the Republicans, but you could join the Green Party, the Libertarians, the America First Party, or the Progressives, to name just a few. Or you could be independent and not join any party at all. You don't have to join a party. Why doesn't she want to go to a party? It's not a birthday party, it's a political party. Political parties are like clubs for voters who share similar ideas. Ideas about what? About government, schools, healthcare, environment, stadiums. Is there a party that thinks dogs should vote? Before you vote, you'll need to find out about the different candidates. How? Read newspapers, watch TV news, listen to the radio, or surf the internet. Do you agree with their ideas? How do we know if Chris will be a good mayor? She lets us sleep on the couch. That's important. You might have a chance to hear the candidates debate. You might even be able to ask questions. We need new schools. Classes are being held in halls. There you go again, spending our money. Before an election, everyone tries to guess who will win. Pollsters ask some of the voters whom they're planning to vote for. Then they estimate who will be the winner. But voters can change their minds. Someone just called to ask who I'm voting for. And you said, maybe Brown. What? But Smith is so much better. That pollster should have asked me. Do you need help? We sure do. We have to mail 14,000 letters by tonight. We're hoping you'll vote for Chris Smith. How can you help your candidate win? You can volunteer to answer phones, call voters, address envelopes, or hand out flyers. Campaigns need lots of help. And they need lots of money to help pay for phones, computers, stamps, flyers, and bumper stickers. And most of all, ads and more ads. Where will they find the money? What do the letters say? Please vote for Chris Smith and please donate money. You might want to donate a few dollars to your favorite candidate's campaign, or maybe you'll be invited to a fundraising dinner. Would you like to pay $250 for a fancy hamburger and a chance to meet the candidate? If you donate lots of money, the candidate will listen to you more than to other voters. Is that fair? Does that mean your vote will count more than other voters' votes? There's a lot of disagreement about this. By the last week of the campaign, everyone is tired, but the candidates make more speeches, they shake more hands, and they run more and more ads. Maybe, just maybe, they will convince another few voters to vote for them. See, we keep hearing Smith wants to spend all our money. That worries me. Chris Smith wants to spend your money. That's an ad for Brown. He's trying to worry us. Save your money. Vote for Bill Brown. Honest, reliable, a nice guy. Honest? That ad isn't honest. Brown makes sense to me. Some of these ads can be very misleading. I'm worried lots of these signs are for Brown. It's going to be a close election. Finally, it's election day. Stop and check. Reread. Why do candidates run more ads during the last week of the campaign? Reread to find out. Please sign in here. Your name? Dad, are you voting for Mom? He'd better vote for me. Why do they have to sign in? Most voters are assigned a particular place to vote, a school, a library, a church basement, wherever there is space for voting booths. What if you're away on voting day? You can get an absentee ballot in advance. Some places let people vote by mail or on the internet. A few places set up voting machines early. But however you vote, you get just one vote. You can't go back and vote again. To check if they're registered and to make sure they vote only once. In most places, people use voting machines. Many cities and towns are replacing old machines with new electronic ones. But in very small towns, voters still mark paper ballots with a pencil. However you do it, you'll vote in a private booth. No one can see how you vote. There's lots to vote for, the mayor and city council, and a question. Should dogs be on leashes in public places? I finally decided, but don't ask. Votes are secret. He voted for Brown. You peeked. When the voting ends, the counting begins. Who will win? Stay close to your TV or radio to find out. Usually a few hours after the polls close, the winner is announced. Looks like Brown is winning. Oh no, but there are still lots more votes to count. And the winner is my mom. Congratulations, Madam Mayor. I'll be Mayor Dog. We won! But wait, what if the election is won by only a few votes? The candidate who lost can ask that the votes be counted again. Then it could take a few days or longer to carefully recount the ballots and find out who really won. Uh-oh, Brown wants a recount? I'll tell her. What's wrong? I won by just 105 votes out of 35,000. That's why Bill Brown wants a recount. Do you think Chris will lose? She might. At last, the election is decided. In the end, someone does win, and someone does lose. The votes have been recounted. Bill Brown was correct. Mistakes were made. Smith actually has 203 votes more than Brown. Almost half the voters don't want Chris to be mayor. Look at the bright side. Slightly more than half do want her. Brown lost. I guess we won't get a new stadium. But we might build new schools. I'm going to write a letter to Chris Smith and tell her why this town needs a stadium. She needs to listen to all the voters. You aren't happy? You wish the other candidate had won? Well, remember, the mayor works for everyone, even the people who didn't vote for her. She'll need to listen to all the voters. Stop and check. Ask and answer questions. What happens when votes are recounted? Reread pages 161 and 162 to find the answer.
So that made a mistake. It should have said, what happens when votes are recounted? Reread pages 115 and 116 to find the answers.
After she is sworn in, the new mayor will have a few years to do her new job. What are they doing? Chris is being sworn in as mayor. I promise to do my best. She won't please all the people all the time, but if she does a good job, maybe the voters will elect her again. I wonder if I'll be sworn in as Mayor Dog. Who says you get to be Mayor Dog? What about me? About the author and illustrator. Eileen Cristelow had a strange dream when she was just 3 years old. She dreamed she could read. In first grade, she really did learn to read. From then on, Eileen's nose was almost always in a book. As Eileen grew up, she discovered art and photography. She also liked children's books and thought about writing and illustrating one of her own. After a lot of work, Eileen's first book was published. She went on to publish many more. Eileen gets her story ideas from newspapers, the radio, and even conversations. Author's purpose. Why do you think the author uses 2 dogs as characters in Vote?
Respond to the text. Summarize. Think about what you learned about voting. Summarize what you learned about choosing a new mayor. The details from your author's point of view chart may help you. Write. How does the author help you understand how American citizens are responsible for the way our government works? Use these sentence frames to help organize your text evidence. Eileen Cristello organizes the text by, she includes many examples of, that helps me understand,
Make connections. Why is it important for people to vote in elections? How can people take part in community government? All right, let's go back and look. All right, let's go back and look at our workbook pages that you're going to complete today. The first one is going to be page 118 in your reading and writing companion, page 118. Then you're going to complete page 119, 120. All right, so 118, 119, 120. Those are your pages to answer for today. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Remember, you can always log in through ClassLink and click on McGraw-Hill to go and find this story for yourself. I'll see you all again soon. Bye.